Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Okay, so today's video, I'm gonna try keep it as casual as possible because I want to have a very honest, truthful conversation to do with Shane Dawson, Rylan Adams, and their new babies. I think this conversation, I want to handle it delicately because as much as we can talk about distaste for Shane Dawson or distaste for Rylan Adams or the ethics of them being approved for surrogacy or the ethics of them being approved for adoption or them being able to have babies with, Shane's track history, there are still two children involved in this. And whether, I know a lot of people look at it like, oh, but, it's just two babies and blah, 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 which is really weird because eventually those two babies, two twins, are going to grow up and see that the first time they were posted on social media, the backlash to their existence was just out of this world. So that's why I want to handle it with delicacy, but I also want to get into the conversation because something is currently happening on social media that I don't think we've ever seen before because there hasn't been such a polarizing figure as Shane Dawson when it comes to children, having his own children. We're going to dive into it. I'm all over the place. One of the main reasons I want to film on this is because I went to my friend's house last night and we talked about this for literally like an hour. And the reason we talked about it for an hour was because there's so many different kinds of people that are really angry right now and are able to weaponize Shane Dawson having children against different kinds of groups of people. And it's a really fascinating and sad conversation. And I know a lot of people look at this from the point of view of they can victimize Shane and Shane is the victim in this. But I completely disagree. I think that Shane was completely honest about the fact that he didn't want to post his baby online, and I always gave him praise for this. He never wanted to show his baby online because, in his words, it was something along the lines of, I'm such a polarizing figure that I know people will take it out on my baby. And I respected him for that because there's very few things I respect Shane Dawson for, but one of the things I did was his acknowledgement of him being a polarizing figure and the impact that would have on his children, as sad as that is because it's not the children's fault. And I think a lot of other creators have failed to do that, and then when they, become like family vloggers, the children are the ones that get the backlash. And to see over the past 9 months of their surrogate journey, how much Rylan Adams has exploited that journey has been incredibly frustrating to see because Shane Dawson is also included in these videos, which goes to show that he has went against his word. I mean, they filmed everything about the last 9 months, and you could argue that's great, educating people about surrogacy. But when you really look into the videos, they were more problematic than you would think. I mean, there were videos where they were talking about they are going to have twins before they had even asked the surrogate, if they were going to have twins. So they were making these decisions on this woman's body before asking her, before, talking to her. And I made videos making problems with that. So their surrogate journey, like these documentations of it, were quite problematic within themselves. So it wasn't just this big educational moment. And it made me very frustrated and very concerned for the well-being of the children, the more and more Ryland pushed this mold of becoming a mommy vlogger. Now, do I believe that Shane Dawson wants to put his children online? No. Do I believe that Rylan wants to put them online? Yes. I believe that one of the driving forces of Shane Dawson still existing online is Rylan Adams. I genuinely believe that Shane Dawson doesn't want to do this anymore. And I believe that Rylan Adams is so fixated and obsessed with social media that this is all he has. And I also believe that a big part about their relationship only exists because of that social media aspect. So whenever they didn't really film videos when Shane was really cancelled 2 summers ago, that probably put a strain on the relationship, as you can assume. But it's frustrating. Someone has, and we see this over and over again, someone has such strong opinions about the welfare of their children based on their own lack of accountability or their own actions on social media, and then go against it. So what is happening on social media right now is that Shane and Rylan posted a picture holding their baby. I'll put it right here and I'll blur the faces out, but you can see that they did that. And the caption says, Jet Parker Adams yaw and Max Chandler Adams yaw. I can't say yaw, not like that, because remember the video where he was like, I, Shane, yaw. I'm not Abigail. Born 12/7. So they literally posted this just within hours of the baby being born. There are no words to express how it feels to be fathers of these two beautiful boys. The best day of our entire lives, and nothing will ever compare. We probably won't be showing much of them in the future, but we're going to be showing them hours after birth. Off to a great start, guys. But because many of you have been on this journey with us, we feel it was right to show you the destination. We're going to talk about that wording in a second. We are so unbelievably grateful. Thank you for the love and support during this entire process. We can't wait for all the moments that are on the way. Cherishing everyone, Shane and Ryland. And then a bunch of pictures of Shane and Ryland with the baby, and Ryland laying down on the bed like he was the one that gave birth. All these different things, right? All these different things. Now, the thing with this is the response on social media has been unlike anything I think any of us could have ever expected. I thought that when Shane posted pictures of the baby, there was going to be some cat jokes. I thought there was going to be a lot of the resurfaced videos of him calling, children sexy and asking children to twerk for him, kissing children at meet and greets, swapping gum with children at meet and greets. I thought there was going to be a lot of that kind of resurfaced, and there was. But one thing I didn't consider was that it transcended people knowing Shane Dawson. What is currently happening on social media under pictures of Shane and Ryland's newborn babies, and this is the problem when you're putting your babies online and you know that there is backlash incoming, we have Shane Dawson haters, we have people who are aware of Shane Dawson making cat jokes, calling him a bile, all these different things. We have that group of people, right? We have anti-surrogacy people who are now using Shane Dawson being written off as being able to get a surrogate baby, baby through surrogacy. People saying this is why surrogacy shouldn't be allowed because, and then they're cross-referencing with videos of Shane Dawson asking children to fucking twerk for him and all these things. They're like, this is why surrogacy should not be allowed because how can this person get signed off on being, so we have those kind of people as well. We have the anti-surrogacy people who are combating this really hard. We have homophobic people coming at this really, really, really hard, which is obviously just a very unfortunate, very fucking annoying, disturbing thing that is just on top of this, that people can't fathom the fact of two men together. But the problem with this is this further goes to this mold of Shane Dawson saying that he knew that the second he posted with babies, they would get backlash because it's him. So this has happened on such a big scale, but he knew it was incoming, and he still chose to do it. And I believe that the main reason for that was Ryland, and I just think it's incredibly fucking disturbing. And then we have the final group of people, which are the gay men are pedophiles people. And they are running with it, and they have all of this evidence because there is years and years of footage of Shane Dawson online sexualizing children, making fun of children, like all these different things. So we then have the people from the anti-surrogacy places being like, how did this, well, and this is all alleged, but I'm just saying these are the words they're using. How did this person, get written off to be able to get a surrogate? This is why we need to not have surrogacy. It's wrong. And people being like, he purchased the baby and this is why it's wrong, blah, blah, blah. All those kind of people, which I completely disagree with. Not Shane Dawson, but I fully support surrogacy. And then we have the people running with the gay men are pedophiles. And again, they're using all of the endless footage of Shane Dawson online where he is, sexualizing children. I forgot to say as well, there are people online making cat jokes, but there's also a niche group of people online that are accusing Shane of bestiality. And how can a person who engages in bestiality get babies through surrogacy? And it's just all of this, whatever. It's backlash that Shane and Ryland are getting. Fine. They said that they knew that they were going to get it. But they're getting it under photos of two newborn babies that have their full names, their full birth date, all these different things, and they knew it was incoming. So when they say, we're not going to show you much of this journey past this moment, even though we're going to show you hours after they're born, we can't wait to cherish these next moments. And you are so a part of the entire journey. We're showing you the destination. Do you want to know what that wording is? That is manipulative wording that is making the viewer start to form a parasocial relationship with their baby. And I believe it's fully coming from Ryland. I genuinely don't believe any of this is coming from Shane Dawson. I think that all of this is coming from Ryland. He is just the show mommy. That's what it's coming from, right? But it's just absolutely ridiculous that they are trying to get their audiences to have a parasocial relationship of, we were a part of this journey, now we want to see more. So then what's their justification? Oh, well, the audience want to see more, so we'll show you bringing them home. We'll show you their first steps. We'll show you their first... Because they're now acting like their audience are a part of the fucking journey, when in reality, that's not the case at all. I don't know. So anyway, I want to read this tweet that I saw, and it is someone from @endwokeness on Twitter, right? And it says, Shane Dawson is a celebrity who openly justified, admitted that he searched for child and called it sexy. Shane Dawson and his husband Ryland Adams just purchased 2 baby boys legally. And it's this tweet, and it's some videos of Shane Dawson talking, and then Shane and the babies, right? But Shane told us that he knew this was going to happen. He knew that he had done too much online, that the second people found out his baby was born, this was going to happen. So what rationale is it to, hours after your baby's born, immediately share endless photos of them on social media being like, they're here? That's not protecting your babies. That is not protecting your babies, considering you spoke for so fucking long about how you weren't going to do that because you know what that is going to happen. I don't agree with any of these people's tweets at all, but for Shane to say that he knew it was going to happen and not do anything about it to protect the baby, what a bad way to start this. So, this is the video that all of these places have reshared. Now, I'm not going to put it on screen because I feel like we've watched this on YouTube before, but we're just going to hit play because it's all audio of podcasts and stuff, right? So this is the clip that is going viral right now alongside pictures of Shane and his baby. And the thing is, we've seen these before, but because Shane is not protecting his baby and Ryland is not protecting his baby, Shane Dawson, in the past, sexualizing children for jokes or whatever, is now being classed beside his children. So this is the
Why
thing.
do you have so many followers? And she goes, oh, I'm a cheerleader. And I'm like, oh, really? And she shows me her Instagrams, which are like, first of all, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but like, she's like sexy.
This is about a
like
child.
sexy.
This is about a
You're
child.
disgusting.
I know, listen, we've talked about pedophilia
No, this
before.
is it's Shane. Like, do not say this, and I don't even want to talk about it. Like, you will get arrested. Like, he kind of can.
Listen,
he has this
allegedly-
justification for pedophilia,
Okay.
and it's so disturbing. And like, I just pretend that he doesn't.
Okay, wait,
and,
no, let me explain. Let me
No.
explain.
Oh God.
Here's my justification for pedophilia.
I can't.
Here's my thing. People have foot fetishes. People have fetishes about, everything. Fine, everybody do your thing. So why is it when somebody looks at Google's like naked baby on Google and jerks off to it, they can get arrested? I don't understand.
Because
Here's the worst part of it. I actually went to Google and I'm like,
Oh,
I
God.
want to see.
You could
I don't
get
wanna-
arrested.
I know, but I just wanted to see, like, okay, let me pretend like I'm a pedophile for a sec. So I typed in naked baby. First of all, they were sexy. Okay, back to the Instagram. So I look at this little girl's pictures, and she had makeup on. She had her tongue out. She was doing like the peace sign. She was doing a backflip.
is she like Honey Boo Boo? Is she fat?
No, she was like a skinny little sex.
So, that clip is under a tweet which has been viewed 5 million times alongside the picture of, Shane Ryland and the babies. So, Shane knew, because of his own actions on social media, that things like this would happen. And yet, somehow his opinions have changed, that after the birth of his babies, he decided to post immediately so many pictures of them. And what he thought would happen has happened. And I honestly think this is the worst case of like a YouTuber mishandling showing their baby to the public. And again, I do believe that a lot of this stems from Ryland, and that Ryland is really the one all behind this, about wanting to show everything and making the most amount of money and, But Shane acted like he had morals. And he acted like he was protecting his babies in advance. And he's done nothing of the sort. And this is not even, I'm sure you've seen now from what I've just told you, but this is not a case of overthinking it or being dramatic. With them posting, 10 photos of their babies, an entire social media campaign has started calling for the end of surrogacy in general, calling for the end of gay men being able to adopt or have surrogate babies, because sure, all of us are pals, all because of Shane Dawson. And it upsets me again to be in this place where yet again we're talking about the stereotype of gay men being predators, preying on children. I mean, how many times have we had to talk about this now? And all of this could have been avoided if Shane had stuck by his morals. But attention on social media is much greater, apparently. That him and Ryland are willing to, at the hands of their children, have their children's first time on social media always be associated with the words, "Your father's a pedophile." I mean, great job, Shane and Ryland. You completely went against everything you said you were going to do. And look what you've done. And the reason I'm saying look what you've done is because you specifically said you weren't going to do this because this would happen. And you know what? This has happened now. And all of us are being dragged down with you. Muckers, please let me know your opinion on this. I wasn't going to talk about this because I was like, what is there to talk about? But there's a conversation here. I will see you on my next one. I hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.